Hola, buenos días. Es Nico.
Bitch, I got
This dream makes me feel it's real, real through the midnight streets, and I've never felt more alone. Feels so scary getting on.
Ah, shut when you think about it.
So today, what are we here to talk about? Performative activism. Again, it's your girl back again, complaining. It's so tiring. So basically, before we even start, make sure that you follow me on Thirst Traps, Instagram /Niggas Aesthetics, Humor, Twitter /Niggas Aesthetics, Patreon.com /Niggas Aesthetics, if you want me to keep my lights on. And what else? What am I? Twitch.tv /Niggas Aesthetics. I'm gonna start streaming again. I told you guys I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do it. It's just I have a trip coming up this weekend, so I can't really commit to that right now. So yeah, let's get started. Basically, this guy, Scotty, I don't remember his name. I'll put the screenshots up. Basically, he made this video saying, oh, well, we actually experience a lot of fetishization and being told that we're not good enough because of the Eurocentric standards of beauty, which is true for people of color. He said, especially for gay Asians. I personally wouldn't know because I'm not Asian, you know, but I resonated with the overall message because that's what, as people of color, we go through in the gay community. But then somebody was petty. Somebody was petty and went into his likes and saw that he liked only white men's pictures. So the thing is, a lot of people do this. A lot of people do a lot of performative activism. So basically, they'll complain about the Eurocentric standards of beauty while only chasing and thirsting after white men, or white adjacent men, as in white passing. And he is one of them, and he was called out. So, rather than just being dragged for being, you know, like, a sellout to the cause, he unpromptedly attacked black people. So, that's the thing. It's like, if you want pink dick, like we said on Twitter, that's perfectly fine. You did not have to drag black people into this, because he said, you know what, I'm just gonna start liking a lot of black porn to confuse you guys. As if the reason he was getting dragged was because he's not thirsting after black people. That's the thing. Just because someone says you are being a hypocrite by chasing white people while complaining about the Eurocentric standards of beauty that are keeping you oppressed does not mean, oh, well, you should take black dick. Like, where does that translate? Why did black people have to be put into this? That's the thing. And then this bitch had the nerve to have Black Lives Matter in his profile. If you're gonna be sending out racist tweets, if you're gonna be sending out microaggressions, why are you claiming Black Lives Matter? Because obviously you don't like us. It's performative activism. It's performative activism. People get cool points by having Black Lives Matter in their fucking profile when they don't really mean that shit. And I'm not gonna go as deep as to say, oh, well, he agrees with the police and we should all be exterminated. No. I'm not going to that extreme, but I'm just saying that it's ignorant to say, oh, Black Lives Matter, but constantly disrespect black people. Because honestly, nobody was checking for him. I personally was not checking for him. A lot of my followers like, oop, I gotta unfollow. I'm like, bitch, I don't trust nobody these days. Unless somebody shows me that they're a good person or they have good dialogue, I'm not just randomly thirsting after people. It's not worth it, because so many people are trash. So many people are trash underneath a cute face. It's ridiculous. And then and then the pick-me's coming out like, you guys are only doing this because you're gonna say that his side isn't, his feelings isn't valid, and that he's just chasing white approval. Well, he was chasing white approval. I mean, obviously, you know, we figured out that he was chasing white approval based on his likes, not by his actual, you know, saying it. Because the video itself, I resonated with it, because it's like, yeah, I agree, as a person of color, I've been put in a position where I don't feel as beautiful when it comes to the Eurocentric standards of beauty. I'm not gonna sit here and like pretend that it's not true. But the fact that he's only thirsting after white men goes, oh, you're doing this because you want white men to want you, but they don't want you because of the Eurocentric standards of beauty. Like, that's the thing. If you're trying to talk about like a overall societal message of we should be embracing, you know, other versions of beauty, you know, more ethnic, more how do I say this? More variety in beauty. Not just a Eurocentric standard. I would personally agree. But the fact that you're chasing after white men and then you suddenly threw black people under the bus for no fucking reason. Come on, guys. Be nice. Everybody makes mistakes. Girl, racism is not a mistake. I hate when people say, oh, I made a racist decision. That was a mistake. How is that a mistake? That's the thing. You willingly brought black people into this conversation for no reason other to make a joke about them. As if we are the reason you are getting dragged. And then it's funny because somebody in the comments sat up there and said, you know, you're not white, so pick-me's are not gonna come and save you. Like, that's the thing. Like, sadly, it's a running thing where if a white person gets in trouble on Twitter, their pick-me's, like, you know, some Asians, some very light-skinned Latinos, even some black people will come to their rescue and be like, it's not that bad. You're okay, Kay. You know, it's gonna be okay. I wasn't offended. You know, you didn't hurt my feelings.
Oh, gon' shuck and jive, I'm gon' shuck and jive, I'm gon' get on down and tap dance, I'm gon' shuck and.
So they feel better about themselves because they're like, people are just overreacting. Girl, you're not white. They are not about to cape for you. They are not. Like, nobody was caping for him. They were dragging him. But the funny thing is, a lot of the people that were dragging him had the same likes as him. As in, they were dragging him about being a hypocrite, but at the same time, their likes were filled with white people. Make it make sense, because I just don't understand it. And once again, this is not about you should be liking the pictures of black people. Girl, if you don't like a picture, you don't like a picture. But it's just saying, if you're a hypocrite, do not speak. If you are feeding into the system of Eurocentric standard of beauty by chasing only white men, I don't want to hear you complain about the Eurocentric standard of beauty and how you're not being reciprocated by these white men. It's like, what's not clicking? You're willingly participating in an oppressive system that makes you feel less than. And he used the excuse of, oh, we've all been brainwashed by the media. I agree. You know what? At a certain age, because back in the day, when you looked at gay cinema, it was only white men. Except for like Noah's Ark, or I think that Boys movie, but even then in the Boys movie, it was like an interracial relationship. Point is, you did not see proper representation in the LGBT community for anybody besides white men. So I understand the phase of, ooh, white men are pretty. I went through that phase in like high school and I never went back. I mean, obviously some white men are beautiful, but I just decolonized myself from the Eurocentric standards of beauty. I don't chase white men. It's really not that serious to me, especially because it usually comes with a lot of microaggressions, just because they don't know no better. That a lot of them have never been confronted with having to change the way they've been programmed. So it's just ignorance slips out. I'm just like, you really shouldn't have said that. I'm not interested. And I keep it moving. I don't chase white men. For some reason, a lot of people keep telling me, oh, I just thought you dated white guys. I have never dated. I dated a white guy in high school for 2 days. And that was to get back at somebody. Like, it was a petty date kind of thing. So it's not like, I don't know where, it's based in falseless grounds. I don't know. Point is, do not be a hypocrite. Girl, if you want pink dick, do not complain about not being wanted by said pink dick. Because it's already established that this racist system is in place. So, don't be a hypocrite and don't blame black people. It's like, I don't understand a lot of these gays, especially lighter skinned people of color, they will throw black people under the bus because they're getting dragged for a completely separate reason. It's just like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't get it. I don't understand. But yeah, that's the video. Like, I'm not even happy right now. I'm just like, it's whatever. It's just so ignorant. And you know what? He keep being sad because honestly, that's not gonna make them pick you. Girl, you can be a pick me all fucking day and they're not gonna pick you. Open your dating preferences. Widen your glance. I'm not even saying dating black people, because at this point I don't want no black person to date you because you're ignorant. But if you opened your dating view, you might not be so lonely. Stop chasing white men. That goes out to all of you. Stop chasing strictly white men. Like, I'm one of those people that's like, if you could date whoever you date, if you fall in love with somebody that's perfect, make sure that there's no microaggressions, make sure that you genuinely click. Do not chase them because they're white. Girl, that is very 2002. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. But yeah. And once again, a quick thank you to all my patrons on Patreon, and a quick shout out to my third eye tier patrons. Your support means everything to me and helps me do this a lot more smoothly. I will also be listing this week's live stream topic in case anybody wants to join in on the fun. I will see you guys there.